Garam Masala. Masala, of course, is a spice mix, right? Garam means warm or hot. So really, the purpose of Garam Masala is essentially to add warmth, not spicy heat, but warmth to your dish. And quite often you have Garam Masala used as part of the ingredient, the cooking ingredient, but also Garam Masala is just as equally important right at the end of your cooking to add just that little bit of fresh, warm spice flavoring. So let's look at what we need. The spices, of course, and then you need a frying pan because we're going to dry roast our spices, and then we're going to need a spice mill or a coffee mill. So the main basic ingredients, what do we need? We need, let me just put that aside. So we need some peppercorns, cloves, the seeds of the cardamom. So you're going to break this open and you're going to grab the seeds. What's inside is what you're going to be roasting and pounding, cardamom seeds. And we want some cumin, we want some coriander, we want some cinnamon, some dried bay leaves, dark cardamom, black cardamom, which is smoky and which adds depth. Now, I'm not a big fan of these, so I only use one. Sometimes I even completely omit it. And a touch of nutmeg. Some people put a whole nutmeg in. Again, I'm not a fan of nutmeg and mace, so I take off a few shavings and I add them to my mix. Now, additional extras. I love making my garam masala fresh, and I usually use it up within a week or two. And I have different mixes depending on what I want to cook them, use them for. So I like to have some ground ginger to add to the mix after the whole blitzing process. And for biryanis, I love adding some rose petals to the mix. Dry roast our whole spices. So I start off with the bigger spices, because let's face it, they've got further to go. If you want to break your cinnamon up a little bit more, by all means. Now, you always want to toast whole spices because they are better able to retain their essential oils and therefore their flavor. If you toast ground spices like the ginger, for example, that's only going to take a few seconds for the heat to go right through. So here we go. The cloves, our pepper. So this is on medium-low heat. And we're going to keep doing this until we get a lovely, lovely strong aroma coming off the pan. Now, at no time at all do you want your spices smoking. We don't want it to burn. So we're getting there already. I can get the smell. And finally, spread them out, let them touch the pan. Now the smaller spices like the cumin, and if you're using mustard seeds, will start to snap, crackle and splutter, and you know you're ready. So that's done. And what I'm going to do now is just add the rose petals right at the end. Our garam masala done. And what we're going to do now is let it completely cool off before we blitz it in a spice mill. Righty-ho, everything's cooled down. If you've got a small spice mill, do it in batches. That's what we're going to do. We're going to place everything in here and blitz it.